Hello there. This is Kathie with Craft with Kathie. Thanks for joining me today. Hey there. How you doing tonight? Happy Friday. If you haven't heard about Club Couture is a monthly subscription program that provides you with a little envelope of creativity once a month for $19.99 plus tax. Shipping's included. And what you get in this little envelope is an exclusive transfer for designers and for club members only. That's made out of vinyl and silkscreen. It has an adhesive back and it's reusable 8 to 12 times. And 3 individual paste packets to be used on the project. So if you need a little creative boost once a month, this is an ideal program for you. Like I said, it's $19.99 plus tax. Shipping's included. Once a month you get an exclusive transfer. This transfer cannot be purchased. It is only available to subscribers and to designers. So I'm going to use this transfer this evening. And actually I'm going to use one of the paste packets. We've got Morning Sky, Storm, and Sage. And I have jars of Sage and I don't have Morning Sky, so I'm going to use this packet. And I'm going to use gold instead of the Storm for the globe base. If you want to take a moment and say hello and let me know where you're watching from, that'd be great. I'm coming at you from the suburbs of Chicago. Don't be shy, feel free to just jump right in. And before I begin, I'm going to actually label the back of my transfer. This is a transfer backer sheet on the back of it. So I'm going to put the name of the transfer. And this serves 2 purposes. First, it lets me know that this backing goes to this transfer. It also lets me quickly determine what's the appropriate side to put the transfer on. Our transfers are adhesive on the back. You can see the back, it's very, very sticky. And this backing sheet has a shiny side and a dull side. And you always want to put the adhesive portion or the adhesive side of the transfer against the shiny side of the backer so that it can be easily lifted off of it. So this is just a little trick to make sure that you don't inadvertently attach it to the wrong side. Our transfers can be used on wood, metal, glass, chalkboard, dry erase board, walls, pretty much anything flat, t-shirts, fabric, canvas panels, you name it. Some people have chalked their microwaves and chalked their refrigerators, etc. So if it's flat and it's not moving, it's fair game, possibly, whatever. Anyway, like I said, the transfers are vinyl and silkscreen, so they're kind of like a fabric. And when you handle them, you gently want to, when you apply it or pull it off, you want to lift from the top or the bottom, left or right. You never want to pull diagonally because, like fabric, if you pull or tug on the bias, you can stretch or distort. So that's just a little warning there. But actually, they're pretty hardy, and the transfers can be used 8 to 12 times. They're easy to wash, easy to clean. Just rinse them with water and then wipe them down with a disinfecting cloth. I am going to be using our Sylvie board. This is a nice, somewhat distressed chalkboard, white frame. And I think this will go very nicely on here. Our transfers, our monthly transfers, or Club Couture transfers, generally are 8.5 by 11 size every month. I'm trying to think of a time when they were, okay, I can an 8.5 by 11 size, perfect for this size board. So before I could actually, let me make sure my hanger's up at the top there. Before I actually apply my transfer to the board, I have to do what's called fuzzing. What that means is I want to deliberately apply lint to the back of the transfer to make it not as sticky as it is right now. And the reason I would do that is so that it's easier to lift it off of the surface. Especially if you're putting your transfer on glass or metal, it will stick very, very snugly, and it might be a little bit of a challenge to lift it off the surface. So by applying a little bit of fuzz to the back of the transfer, it doesn't stick quite as snugly, and it's easier to lift off. And then when you clean your transfer, you just clean the fuzz off of the back. If you don't have a fuzzing cloth or a fuzzing towel, you could use a regular towel. You could use your t-shirt, your jeans. Some people just apply it to their clothing. Our fuzzing cloth, though, is dual-sided. This is the terry side used for fuzzing. The other side is microfiber, which is great for drying your transfers and also cleaning or drying your chalkboards. Doesn't this just beg for a road trip? Makes me want to pack my bags and take off. I've never been a real good flyer, so I guess I prefer road trips, but I like kind of soaking up the ambiance of an area and seeing everything there is to see and everything along my way, as opposed to looking out an airplane window. An added perk to Club Couture members is the reduced shipping on purchases of other items. In the US, it's $4.95. In Canada, $6.95, regardless of the size of the order. I want to make sure there's no air bubbles in here. A nice smooth surface across the silk screen. And I'm going to gently press it down. You see a little air bubble there, so I'm going to lift it and just set it down again. There we go. So I'm going to do the frame or the stand of the globe in gold shimmer, and I'm going to do the earth itself in the sage and the morning sky. And I'm trying to think what's the best way to start. I think I'm actually going to start with the gold shimmer and do the frame of the globe. And I have a couple squeegees here that I've actually cut in smaller pieces to get into a smaller area there, so I can make this real nice and tiny without hitting the earth. I might have a piece of fuzz right underneath here. Yes, I do. Okay. I've already stirred my chalk paste to make sure that it's the consistency of yogurt or sour cream. So I'm going to scoop a little paste on here and just basically use my squeegee to apply it to the transfer. And as I use the squeegee, it's pushing the chalk paste through the silk screen onto the surface, the chalkboard beneath it. Grab some of the excess that I have up there and use it for this. Doesn't require a lot of pressure, just a nice even pressure. Grabbing some more of the excess. And you want to smooth it and remove any excess paste and put it back in your jar. No reason to waste it. And then I want to make sure that I don't have any lines here. And make sure I get good coverage. I'm having a little bit of an issue right there on the edge. Here we go. Kind of close quarters here. And I'm going to use a little bit larger of a squeegee to do the base. Thought I took one out. I guess I didn't. Oops, here we go. I'll use this one. Our chalk paste goes on liquid but dries hard. I'm going to put the excess back in the jar. Now, for the earth, I'm going to use my sage and I'm going to use my morning sky. And let's talk about paste packets. Before you open a paste packet, you want to massage the chalk inside. Mix it up. Make sure it's nice consistency. And then instead of opening it at the top, I'm going to open it at the bottom. And the reason I do that is this way I always have the top there that lets me identify the color, because I'm not going to need all this paste for this project. And if I do it this way, I could save the excess in this little envelope for use on another project, either with this transfer or with something else. So I've squeezed the paste down a bit. I'm going to snip off the bottom. Oops, I might need to snip a little bit further there. And then I'm going to use a stir stick to go in there and scoop out some of the paste. I could put this in a little tray if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to need to. So I'm just going to scoop some out and put it in a couple different areas to show the oceans. And then I'm going to use this, I guess I probably need a little bit more water there, right? The sage for the continents. Let me grab a little bit more here, out of here. If you're homeschooling your children this year, what a nice way to mix up a little bit of an art project with a lesson in geography. Make it real for them. Let's see where we're at with this. Now I'm going to do somewhat of a marbling technique. I'm going to use my little spritzer bottle and get a little bit of water on my fingers. Just a little bit, just to moisten it. I don't really want it to be dripping or anything. And then I'm going to use my fingers to smear my chalk paste a little bit. Oh, I think I'm going to need a little bit more there for my oceans, a little bit more blue, aren't I? And of course, paper towels definitely come in handy. Which I'm thinking I misplaced my roll of paper towels. Not good. Okay, a little more paste here. I might have pulled a little bit too much out here. I don't want to put too much down. Okay. Oops. Now my bigger squeegee. I'm going to go from the outside in because I don't want to go over my frame of my globe. And then I'm going to smooth everything over. Now that I have a blending of my chalk paste, I can't put it back into the jar. So I have to wipe it off on a paper towel.
Sorry.
That's all right. Get the edge here, make sure I've got good coverage. Okay, I think I've got everything here. Move it up at the top. And I want to make sure I don't have any lines. And I think this is looking good. Let me take a quick look. Oops, I have a little bit up here that I missed. There we go. Make sure that's covered. And a little tiny bit on the bottom. It's like right down to the edge. There we go. So let me lift this up and see what we're looking at. I'm going to put this in a water bath so that I can rinse it. I do have a little smear down here. I've got chalky fingers, sorry. Easy to clean up your paste if it's still wet with a paper towel or even like a little cotton swab. And if it's dry, you'll need to, that was brilliant, wasn't it? If it's dry, you'll need to spritz it with a little bit of water. Let me clean that up really quickly here. Okay. And now for my paste packet, obviously I need to clean this off, clean my fingers up a bit too. But basically what I want to do is push the paste down to the bottom of the packet as much as I could, clean this off, and then tightly roll the top down. And I'm going to actually use our placement tape, which is kind of like a washi tape. To seal this till I need to use it again. This will keep it airtight and ready for the next use. So, what do you think? Let's get lost. Does it give you some wanderlust? If you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to comment below. Any ideas for projects, I'm more than willing to entertain them and see what we could do. Not bad for less than a half hour, wouldn't you say? If you'd like additional information about Club Couture, please comment club below and I will send you additional information. As a Club Couture subscriber, each month you get a B-sized chalk transfer, 3 coordinating paste singles, and step-by-step instructions including link to a video to complete your project. All for $19.99 plus tax. Shipping is included. When becoming a subscriber to Chalk Couture, you have the option of adding our Kickstart kit, which is a discounted group of items, which includes a small squeegee, a multi-tool, a 2-pack of board erasers, a 3-ounce jar of Chalkology bright white paste, our Couture Gallery board 9 by 12 inches. It's a magnetic premium chalkboard, and our Couture Boutique board and base 5 by 7 inches. One of the perks of subscribing to Club Couture is having exclusive transfer designs right at your fingertips, just like this one. When you become part of the club, you'll also get access to online specials that only our subscribers can participate in. Be sure to ask me about this month's amazing deal. You can subscribe at my chalk site today, www.chalkcouture.com/KB/club. Here's a little peek at August's Club Couture transfer. May the road rise up to meet you. If you'd like to earn money using your creativity like I do, comment team below, or if you're just looking to save money on the cost of your crafting supplies, comment team below, and I will send you a link to a no obligation video that tells you all about the perks and benefits, etc. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful life.